Good Monday morning. Today is a first alert weather day. We're going to start you off with a traffic alert as due to the snow and due to the very tough conditions on Interstate 84, we do have a closure eastbound milepost 216 to 265 and then westbound milepost 224 to 265. Also, I'm going to read off my phone here if you don't mind, but we also have a conditional closure of Oregon 204. So that runs from Medina all the way down to Elgin. And the note from ODOT says that local freight and passenger vehicles only, no I-84 access for commercial motor vehicles. So they were kind of giving a message on both Oregon 204 and I-84, but something to keep in mind if you're traveling in the blues for this morning, or if you had plans to. Okay, now let's go ahead and we'll take a look at the radar this morning. You can see some more pinks. Oh my goodness, it just skipped. But anyway, some more pinks, some more greens on the map indicating some rising snow levels, but we do have quite a mess out there for this morning. We'll continue to track it throughout the rest of this morning. Temperatures, you see right around freezing for most of our viewing areas, so that would bode not well for road conditions, even in lower elevations. For today, temperatures up into the 30s and 40s. Drying out for lower elevations, but snow will continue to be likely in the blues. In fact, we have a first alert weather day until 4 on Tuesday morning for the lower Columbia Basin and for the Blue Mountains. Could pick up a couple inches of snow for Connell and Hanford, much more for I-84 and Oregon 204. We'll have a lot more to say about all of this coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, the ballots have been counted for the Benton County special election, and it appears the measure to fund a new performing arts center is not going to pass. We hear from the Arts Center Task Force on what's next for them.
Plus, a local law enforcement official is being honored for saving a man's life. We have what exactly he did and how he was honored.
Also ahead, Hanford employees were among hundreds of workers in Washington laid off last week after a Trump administration order. Now the administration could be reversing its decision. We have that story coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jade Elliott. It is Monday, February 17th. We hope everyone had a wonderful snowy weekend.
Snowy Valentine's weekend. Hope you had, fun plans that you took part in and the snow didn't stop you.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a lot to get to, of course, this morning, talking about that special election. The ballots have been counted in Benton County, and right now it appears funding for the Performing Arts Center is not going to pass.
That's right. In Apple Valley News Now, Stan Hansen spoke with the Performing Arts Center Task Force about their next steps.
A performing arts center in Richland is failing to pass, with more than 60% of voters saying no.
We're disappointed. It wasn't the outcome we had hoped for. We strongly believe this project has a great deal of benefit for the community.
Blake Smith, the executive director of the Arts Center Task Force, says he was surprised by the way the vote turned out. It didn't align with their survey data. The proposed center would cost around $80 million, including an 800-seat theater, community space, patio, and a second smaller auditorium. Some local residents, like Cheryl Cannon, said they voted for the center, but understand why it didn't pass.
Information about the Performance Center came out at about the same time as tax bills, property tax bills, and people were feeling really nervous about paying more taxes.
Smith says the project isn't over yet, as they'll go back to the drawing board to find out what to do next.
We're going to maybe do some out-of-the-box thinking to see if there's other ways.
Smith says the Arts Center Task Force want to keep working on bringing a project like this to the community. Peggy Hamilton, like Cannon, voted for the Arts Center. She says town halls on the Arts Center consisted of people who wanted it. Hamilton says the task force should invite those who are on the fence about it.
I think that a lot of bad information got out there and there was no way for them to counter it, so they need to be more proactive about taking control of the discussion.
Smith says they plan to be more proactive by looking into more town hall meetings to find a way to come together to make this happen.
We want to know why they said no. We want to make sure that we've provided the right information to them to make an informed decision. We want to hear their concerns.
The Performing Arts Center is a long project, and some of those conversations with the community are dated. Smith says this is the time they have to update conversations on the center. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Dan. And Smith says they will use this loss as a learning opportunity and work on better letting the community know what the benefits are for the center. Now, if you're interested in checking the status of your ballot, visit votewa.gov. And reminder, all results will be certified on February 21st.
Well, a federal judge in Seattle has ruled to place an emergency block on Trump's executive order on gender-affirming care amid a Washington state lawsuit challenging its constitutionality. A week after his inauguration, Trump signed an executive order aimed at cutting federal support for gender-affirming medical treatments for people under 19. This includes puberty blockers, hormone therapy, and surgery. Now, Washington State Attorney General Nick Brown filed a multi-state lawsuit in the U.S. District Court for the Western District of Washington and called the executive order illegal and unusually cruel.
And we're having some technical difficulties, but the order would financially target hospitals and universities that provide the care and receive federal funding.
Yeah, it also directs the Justice Department to investigate states that protect access to the care.
And now we're honoring a local hero for saving a man's life. Richland Fire and Emergency Services recognized Kennewick police officer Caleb Christensen.
Yeah, he responded to a call of a man not breathing. This happened back in 2024, and he did life-saving CPR for about 3 minutes until the fire department got there and took over as a part of the ceremony. The officers and the man he saved got to see each other once again. Officer Christensen, there it is right there on your screen. Officer Christensen is not one for recognition, but he was very happy to see that that man was doing well.
I love that.
Good people doing good things.
Yeah.
I know. All right. So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Speaking of the Trump administration, we're talking now about how they terminated hundreds of federal employees working on nuclear weapons programs, this including Hanford employees. But now the administration is reversing its decision, and it's confusing a lot of people. We have the very latest details from the Capitol.
Also ahead, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth has your weather forecast, and reminder, we are on your side with constant weather updates, and you can find all of this on our brand new Apple Valley News Now weather app. If you scan the QR code on your right hand of your screen, it takes you right to it, or you can type Apple Valley News Now weather into your App Store search bar. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
US Cellular has a new deal we don't want you to miss. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus on us.
Oh, I love that deal. Oh, come on. You have flowers?
Get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus with Galaxy AI on us. US Cellular, built for us.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some. Gimme Some Bagels.
A state park with hiking, camping, and a really cool bridge built in the 1940s.
Swinging bridge, the big draw. It goes over the most gorgeous part of this canyon in our park.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now, Tuesday at 6.
Mornings with Live are worthy of an award. Next Live, Anthony Michael Hall, plus the host from Extreme Makeover Home Edition.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Smart Law will be hosting a Hanford Workers' Compensation educational dinner at their Kennewick office on Thursday, March 20th at 6 p.m. To register, call 509-735-5555. Dinner provided. Smart Law, smart choice.
Come discover our hand-picked collections at D. Lynn's Boutique. Whether you're shopping for a cozy weekend getaway or a special night out, D. Lynn's Boutique has everything you need to shine this winter. Visit us in-store or online and let us help you wrap the season in style.
Our phones were made to help us connect, and somehow they've made us less connected. Which is ironic, don't you think? Oh, I love this song so much.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. US Cellular, built for us.
The most talked about show on streaming is on ABC.
There's a whole story that we haven't told anyone.
There are secrets, lies, gossip. I'm exposing everything. Oh, hell no.
The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, tonight after The Bachelor on ABC.
The 3 Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Yes, today is a first alert weather day as we are still expecting quite a bit of snow, especially in the Blues. You can see winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories have been posted. You can read more about these by downloading the First Alert Weather app, which you can get for free on the App Store or on Google Play. Again, just for good measure, we have multiple road closures up in the Blues for this morning. I-84 eastbound from milepost 216 to 265, I-84 westbound from milepost 224 to 265. Then for Oregon 204, remember this runs from Adena all the way down to Elgin. So the road is closed from milepost 0 to 39, local freight and passenger vehicles only. That's what ODOT is saying. Okay, now on to other road conditions. I-90 at Snoqualmie Pass, packed snow. You do need chains or all-wheel drive. That applies to all vehicles. Then for U.S. Highway 12 at White Pass in Yakima County, packed snow, traction tires would be required here. So very dangerous travel conditions this morning for our mountain passes, but specifically up in the Blues. Here's your day planner for lower elevation. Should be mostly dry for today, at least in comparison to the mountains, but we can't rule out a chance for some wintry precip in lower elevations, especially before lunchtime. Also, the winds will be a little bit breezy for today, nothing unbearable. And then for tonight, snow still likely in the mountains, especially in the Blues. That's where we're going to continue to have our biggest impact. So I'll time that out. I'll tell you how much snow we're expecting in addition to the snowfall that's already on the ground. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thanks so much. 11 minutes after 5 now, and the Trump administration is reversing its decision to terminate hundreds of federal employees who work on the nation's nuclear weapons program. The move now is causing a lot of confusion among these workers. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio has those details.
This morning, officials are trying to rehire some critical nuclear workers, days after nearly 300 employees of the National Nuclear Security Administration were fired. An internal email obtained by ABC News reads, quote, "The termination letters for some NNSA probationary employees are being rescinded, but we do not have a good way to get in touch with those personnel." Hundreds of employees were abruptly laid off late Thursday. Sources say when they attempted to return to their office Friday morning, they found themselves locked out. Other employees lost access to their email accounts before being informed of the termination. Democrats slamming the administration as Elon Musk and his Doge team work to cut the federal workforce.
They're getting rid of anything in the government that supports consumers, that supports citizens against the ripoff artists who are their friends.
Meanwhile, Republican Senator Markwayne Mullin praising the administration's plan.
We hate that anybody's losing their job, but at the same time, we know that the debt that we have in this country is not manageable, and it's becoming a national security risk. When we're spending nearly $1 trillion a year just in servicing the debt, that is scary.
ABC News has learned Doge requested access to an IRS data system that retains the personal tax information of millions of Americans. Sources say they have not been granted access yet.
And to add to some of that confusion, the administration is acknowledging that some employees who took a buyout offer have been fired or even let go in error. An official says the buyout agreements for those workers will be honored. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. When we come back, we will check back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth, giving you that live look outside this morning. It is a first alert weather day, and we do have some traffic alerts for you as well. I-84 are closed in both directions between Pendleton and La Grande right now because of dangerous road conditions. We'll have all those details and so much more in your full forecast when we come back.
It's not easy being Mariano Morales' horse. He needs to ride to clients all the time. He does take care of them. He gets the insurance company to pay for medical bills, car repairs, even money for pain and suffering. Looks like it's going to be another busy day. Better get warmed up. After all, I am his best friend.
Hurt in a car wreck? Give me a call.
Big or small, we work them all.
I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is one for you. Call 853-2222.
They say when you know, you know.
That perfect match, the one that feels just right, the one that fits your style, your touch, your soul. At Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos, we believe in love at first note. Whether it's the warmth of an acoustic or the versatility of a digital, the right piano is waiting for you. Play it, feel it, fall for it. Because when the right one comes along, you'll know. Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos. Life's more fun when you know how to play.
Got a birthday coming up? Celebrating a big win? Or just want to gather the crew for a pizza and a good time? For decades, Hubby's Pizza has been the go-to spot for family, friends, and fun. Reserve your table and bring the whole gang. Kids, family, teammates, whoever loves great pizza and good vibes. Dig into your favorite pizza, hit up the fresh salad bar, and let the kids have a blast in the arcade. And if the party's at your place, no problem. Hubby's now delivers through Grubhub. A community tradition, a place to celebrate. Acquire the Hubby's habit today.
The Pacific Clinic is a health, sports, and medical campus in Kennewick now accepting new patients for primary care. We offer patient-specific solutions for physical, mental, and emotional health concerns. You'll receive quality one-on-one time with our medical professionals and experienced support team. Begin your new health plan with today's best technologies and facilities for the whole family. Play hard, live well at the PC. Call us at 509-783-5465 today.
Looking for the perfect spot to relax? Welcome to Hoops, your new favorite restaurant and bar, where the vibe is clean, the food is delicious, and the staff always friendly. Whether you're in for a night of trivia, around a pool, darts, dancing, pull tabs, or karaoke, Hoops has it all. Great food, great people, Hoops, where every night is a great experience. Hoops Bar. Stop by today for your next great night out.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Yes, today is a first alert weather day because of some of the snow that we could have in the basin, but mainly because of the snowfall that we could track up in the Blues. We're already seeing interstate and road closures in the Blues for this morning. So let's go ahead and step you through today. Snow will be likely throughout the day in the Blues and mainly before 2 p.m. in the Cascades. Showers are likely in the Blue Foothills before lunchtime, with the Kittitas Valley, Yakima Valley, and Lower Columbia Basin being mostly dry. However, we can't rule out periods of freezing or frozen precip for lower elevations, specifically before lunchtime. And then for tonight, snow will likely be in the Blues throughout the night, with similarities in the Cascades, especially for Snoqualmie Pass. Lower elevations will be mostly dry, although we can't rule out some brief periods of freezing rain in the Blue Foothills and Lower Columbia Basin. Then for Tuesday, a chance for snow showers will continue for the Cascades and Blues, albeit it'll be a much drier day compared to Monday. Lower elevations will be mostly dry, although a rain-snow mix is possible in the Lower Columbia Basin and Blue Foothills, mainly before 10 a.m. And then for tomorrow night, snow chances will start to ramp up again for the Cascades, while the Blues will just hold on to small chances of snow showers. Lower elevations will see chances of rain and snow picking up as well, and it looks as if the action will really start to pick up around and after midnight. So now let's show you some of the snowfall totals that we're anticipating from 4 this morning to 4 in the morning on a Wednesday. Could have another 4 to 5 inches of snow up in the Cascades. Another, look at this, 7 to 15 inches of snow for Interstate 84 and Oregon 204. And those two roadways already closed for this morning. And then maybe picking up a couple inches of snow in the basin, specifically up towards the Hanford site and Connell. And then maybe another inch of snow for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. Will be drier overall for Tuesday, then another storm system into Wednesday and Thursday. Drier for Friday, another one into Saturday and Sunday. Too early to say anything specific about that one for the time being, so we'll focus in on this Wednesday and Thursday storm system first. Looks like if we did pick up snow for lower elevations, it'd probably be less than an inch. And then in terms of additional snowfall for our mountain passes, for now we're going with 3 to 6 inches, but we still have time to tweak some of those numbers. Hey, speaking of numbers that are getting tweaked, in fact, I got to adjust the y-axis here because Well, you see, temperatures are going to be way above average by the time we get to Saturday and Sunday. We could end up in the mid to upper 50s in the Tri-Cities, which would place us at about 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. So a very nice change of pace, if I do say so myself. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Wintry mixes likely Monday and Wednesday. Shower chances and high temperatures picking up again this weekend. In Yakima, mostly dry today and tomorrow. Rain and snow likely Wednesday. Then a chance of showers turning likely Saturday into Sunday. In Ellensburg, mostly dry to start this week, a wintry mix likely Wednesday, then about 50-50 shower chances this weekend. In Hermiston, freezing rain possible this morning, a rain-snow mix likely Wednesday, then rain chances and temperatures trend up again Saturday and Sunday. And then in Walla Walla, freezing rain likely this morning, another active day slated for Wednesday, and then maybe some more active weather this weekend. Now you're taking another live look at Yakima. This view coming courtesy of Weimar. Thanks for waking up with Good Morning Northwest, where we're always on your side.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Start 2025 off right with a custom building from Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds. Cozy up to 10% off custom buildings. Need something right away? Get 20% off all in-stock inventory. It's the perfect time to create the space you've always wanted, with free, fast delivery and quality that'll stand up to the chilliest winter days. Whether it's for storage, hobbies, or just making room for your New Year goals, visit Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds and Sunnyside Shed Company today.
Elevate your lifestyle and embrace your home's full potential with exclusive furnishings and expert interior design you'll find only at Spencer Carlson. Our dedicated team of professional designers will bring your vision to life. Right now, during Lexington's winter sale event, you can enjoy 30% off the upscale designs of upholstery and case goods from Lexington Home Brands. Shop and save on fresh, innovative furnishings from Lexington. Spencer Carlson, unsurpassed furniture and design for life.
Welcome to the Nissan Now sales event. Get President's Day savings on the all-new Kicks, the sporty Sentra, or our best-selling Rogue, a consumer guide Best Buy 11 years in a row. So, when's the next adventure?
I think I just found it.
For the #1 shopping experience according to J.D. Power, get to Nissan now. Now get up to $2,500 total savings on Rogue, or get a low $229 per month lease on Sentra.
You have something in you. It will carry you to greatness.
Make some noise!
Let's go!
You can do anything. I know.
The Oscars live Sunday, March 2nd on ABC and stream live on Hulu.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In entertainment news, Shakira kicked off her latest world tour just days ago in Rio de Janeiro, but she was forced to cancel her show in Peru on Sunday, that was last night, after being hospitalized.
Yeah, she took to her Instagram page to announce the cancellation. She wanted to inform her fans that she had been hospitalized due to an abdominal condition. She went on to assure the concert goers that her team was already working on a new show date.
Shakira's world tour is expected to run through June, with her next stop being in her home country of Colombia.
She's also set to travel to Chile, Argentina, Mexico, and the Dominican Republic before finishing off her tour in the U.S. Shakira.
I love her. I know. Hope she has a quick recovery. All right, Bachelorette star Katie Thurston says that she is ready to fight her breast cancer diagnosis. The 34-year-old announcing her diagnosis just over the weekend on social media.
Thurston said she was diagnosed with cancer 2 weeks prior to the post. She said she has since experienced a range of emotions.
Thurston was a contestant on season 25 of The Bachelor and the star of The Bachelorette's 17th season. And I did watch her season, and she was really likable.
Wish her the best. All right, in sports news this morning, the Golden State Warriors superstar Steph Curry delivering a vintage performance in front of his home crowd and leading Shaq's OGs to victory in their first NBA All-Star mini tournament last night.
Also, Curry added 12 points and was awarded the All-Star Game MVP award for the second time in his career.
Team Shaq was a veteran-heavy squad featuring Kevin Durant and Jason Tatum, leading them to a commanding 42-25 win over Chuck's Global Stars.
LeBron James pulling out of the game due to some lingering injuries. Curry opening the championship game by scoring a 3.
Any little momentum that Team Chuck had built was taken away after Curry drilled one of his signature deep three-pointers,
So many of them.
pulling up from the half-court line to make the 39-foot bucket.
Buckets. And Curry dropped back-to-back three-pointers to give Team Shaq a 39-21 advantage before Tatum sealed the victory with a dunk.
Fun.
Huh.
NBA All-Star Game stuff is fun. You did. You sounded real sporty right there. Yeah, nailed it.
Little victories every day.
So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Residents in Sunnyside didn't take well to the potential shutdown of the community pool. So the city looked at options on how to keep it open, even though they were dealing with some budget issues.
We have the story on how they were able to do this coming up in your next half hour. But first, let's check out your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, the final countdown to Apple's big reveal. It's happening on Wednesday when it's widely expected that the new iPhone SE will be unveiled. Online tech reports suggest it'll cost just about $500, and pre-orders are expected to begin on Friday. Amazon removing a feature that allows you to download and back up Kindle books to your computer. It's useful when you don't have access to a Wi-Fi network and for backing up purchases or converting them to other formats compatible with non-Kindle e-readers. That change takes effect next Wednesday. And finally, Instagram is testing a dislike button. Instagram head Adam Mosseri says the button could be a way for users to vote down distasteful or irrelevant comments. It will not be possible to dislike content itself, just comments. Instagram will also not show dislike counts. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Lionel Moise. Have a great day.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check your outfit first before meeting your girlfriend's family.
That's a tough one to recover from, Steve. The disappointment on their faces says it all.
Yeah, checking first is smart.
Yeah.
So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Did you know taking Zysol at night relieves allergies while you sleep? So you wake refreshed for a more productive day. Get 24-hour continuous relief that does not fade. Be wise all, take Zysol at night.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad.
Hey, watch it.
It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
Game changer.
While the Flex, this contours to it. So the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke. For the ultimate Gillette shaving experience.
The best a man can get
is Gillette Labs.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Monday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us and joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, Josh, how are we doing on that jackpot?
We're doing well.
Up and up? Yeah?
Yeah, we got it over $100 now. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Our 3-degree guarantee, sponsored by the Legends, our friends at the Legends Casino and Hotel. So I went with the forecast high 34 in Pasco on Friday, verified at 31 Burr. So the jackpot did go up to $125 for today. Hey, look at that, even warmer. I'm going with a forecast high 39 in Pasco. If the actual high falls between 36 to 42, the jackpot's going to go up to $150. But if my forecast goes bust, all $125 could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to applevalley.newsnow.com, clicking on the contest page, or you could scan the QR code that is on your screen. We have a lot on our screen for this morning on the radars. You're seeing a bit of a wintry mix, maybe even some areas of freezing rain in the lower Columbia Basin, the Blue Foothills, and then some snow up in the Blues, also some snow showers up in the Cascades. We do have the interstate closures this morning for I-84 from Pendleton down to La Grande, also Oregon 204 closed. We'll have more to say about that coming up here in just a little bit. But right now, temperatures right around freezing really across the maps. That's going to bear a lot of relevance in terms of what those roadways look like for this morning, including in low elevations. Okay, we have a very small chance of showers all throughout the day in the Tri-Cities, but the best chance of a wintry kind of precip is going to be before lunchtime, but definitely not a washout for today. In fact, lower elevations will be mostly dry today. It's going to continue to be up in the mountains, especially up in the Blues. That's where we'll see snow likely, and we have a first alert weather day until 4 in the morning on Tuesday. For the lower Columbia Basin, maybe a couple of inches of additional snow for Connell and Hanford, but the Blue Mountains, look at this, 7 to 15 inches of additional snow for I-84 and Oregon 204. Again, we'll go over some of those roadway conditions coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Now to an update on a story we've been tracking since the first announcement of its potential closure, the Sunnyside Community Pool. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma tells us how this pool being open this summer wasn't as easy as getting it filled up for the year.
After hearing from the community the need for the community pool to be open and not shut down due to the operational cost, the city of Sunnyside looked at multiple options from community grant block funding to talking to the legislator and hours of figuring out how to make the pool be open. The final result was to add a temporary 2% utilities tax. City Manager Mike Gonzalez says the decision wasn't made lightly.
Very conscious that, $3 to $5 for one person may not be the same meaning for $5 for another person.
As to how this will affect each person depends on what your personal usage is.
A base residential bill, let's say it costs $150, $175. That's really the base model. You're not using too much water, garbage, sewer. So you're probably going to see around a $2 to $3 increase per month on your bill. A larger user is obviously going to see more. So it's difficult to say.
The tax rate was able to drop from the original 2.5% to 2% due to a $50,000 donations from the Daybreak Rotary to help keep the pool doors open.
They reached out to me. They said, "Hey, Mike, we're thinking about donating some money to offset the cost. Is there anywhere we can be super impactful?" So I said, "Oh, absolutely. We have a pump that's been broken for a couple of years now. If you guys want to donate to that, that would be super helpful." And they really wanted to buy something that was an asset, that was tangible.
Gonzalez says he knows this isn't a permanent solution.
I think this tax in place gives us the opportunity to continue to look at other options, continue to save money so we don't have to go to the taxpayers next year, and then we'll have a good game plan and roadmap for the future.
Gonzalez says the tax increase will start in March this year and end in March of 2026. If you would like to become a donor to keep the pool open, Gonzalez says you can contact the Sunnyside Shark Swim Team. Reporting in Sunnyside, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
And the Sunnyside Pool is the only pool that'll be open this summer from Yakima to Prosser. It's a 50-yard pool, so swim regionals will be held this year in Sunnyside instead of Toppenish.
All right, well, right now we feel like we're seeing plenty of snow, but we do need more, and we don't want our water supply. If we don't get more, our water supply could be impacted. Washington Water Supply Outlook report for February just came out, and it's not that great. It says weather stations across the Cascades and Olympic Peninsula are measuring record or near record low participation for the month. Now, since we haven't had enough rain or snow, in addition to the degrading basin snowpack conditions, water supply forecasts have gone down, the report says. Without significant improvements, water supply shortages may be expected for several basins, including Lake Chelan, Upper Skagit, and the Upper Yakima basins.
Now to Oregon, the water supply forecast for the spring and summer of 2025 is also out. It's near to slightly below average for western and far northeast Oregon watersheds and above average for southwest, central, and southeast Oregon. Precipitation so far is near to above average for most of the state, except below average for northwest and northeast Oregon, and temperatures so far are generally near average for lower elevations and above average for the Cascades, Blues, and other mountain ranges or of eastern Oregon. And the next update to this outlook will be early in March.
By 5:33, and a volcano in Alaska could be ready to blow. Researchers say hundreds of small earthquakes have occurred over the past 10 months beneath Mount Spur. That's about 75 miles west of Anchorage. The Alaska Volcano Observatory also says there are deformations in the earth of that area, and scientists say that those two things indicate that there is something going on underneath the surface. They say it's likely magma moving within the earth. However, experts say there's about a 50-50 chance Spur will erupt, and there's no way of telling when that might be. As of February 15th, the observatory listed Mount Spur's volcano alert level at advisory. That's one step above normal.
And coming up next, it is tax season, and we have how you can watch out for some tax scams, plus advice for filers if you plan to do your own taxes or hire a professional.
Plus, it is a First Alert weather day, and of course, Josh will be back with what you can expect not just for today, but the rest of the week, giving you that live look outside, courtesy of Bi-Mart over Yakima this morning. We'll be back right after the break.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by the Manthai Group Cross Country Mortgage.
Life's better when your dreams are protected under our roof.
Good to see everything's okay in here.
I like your shield.
I like yours too.
American Family Insurance.
Buy more, save more during the fantastic 4-day sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 fantastic days to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. With the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed, it's the perfect time to design a new living room, dining room, bedroom, or fall into a new mattress. And check out doorbusters while they last. Plus, get 60 months, no interest, and no down payment. But don't wait. The fantastic 4-day sale at Furniture Row ends Monday.
Broadmoor RV's President's Day sale is here, happening all month long. Buy any RV in February and get a gold starter kit, a $350 value, free. We deliver better people, better service, and better prices. Rediscover the joy of camping and start your next adventure. Broadmoor RV, we make camping fun again.
You used to love these shoes, but they aren't you anymore. So why not donate them to your local Goodwill? Proceeds from Goodwill sales fund programs that provide specialized training and support for people with disabilities, helping them develop essential workplace skills, promoting inclusivity and empowerment. Job seekers who will one day walk in someone else's shoes, perhaps yours, and proudly share stories about their awesome Goodwill find. When you donate to Goodwill, you'll know the future's in great hands. And shoes. Goodwill. Donate, shop, impact locally.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
This event is so big, it has something in it for everyone.
For power people, all electric, hybrid, or gas.
For towing people, Pro Trailer Backup Assist.
And Pro Power Onboard for tailgating people.
No wonder Ford F-Series are the best-selling trucks in America for 48 straight years.
Get 3.9% APR and $1,000 bonus cash, or lease for only $399 a month for 36 months on a new Ford F-150 STX.
Life's better when your dreams are protected under our roof.
Good to see everything's okay in here.
I like your shield.
I like yours too.
American Family Insurance.
The road to the Oscars is heating up the mornings on GMA. The stars, the style, all the inside buzz on Hollywood's biggest night.
We are on the road to the Oscars.
Every morning, the countdown is on. No one does the Oscars like Good Morning America.
She had nothing positive to say about you.
That's hard for me to hear.
That sabotaged my relationship with him. You did me dirty. I'm shattering.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. I just wanted to touch on the visibility real quick as we've talked about other things. This is still definitely something on our plate for this morning, is visibility spanning 1 to 3 statute miles across the region. So just another good reason to take it very slow on the roadways if they're open. We do have some road closures this morning in the Blues, I-84 eastbound, milepost 216 to 265, then I-84 westbound from milepost 224 to 265. And in general, that would be from Pendleton Littleton to LeGrand, and then also for Oregon 204 from Adena to Elgin. So in other words, mileposts 0 to 39. This is also closed. Local freight and passenger vehicles are the only ones allowed on this stretch. Okay, now on to some of the new snowfall totals. We're thinking over the next 48 hours from 4 this morning to 4 in the morning on Wednesday, maybe another 4 to 5 inches for some of our biggest Cascade passes, including U.S. Highway 12, Interstate 90, and U.S. Highway 2. And then in the Kittitas Valley, maybe another inch of snow for Ellensburg and the Manassas Ridge, probably less than an inch for Vantage, which is more of a basin climate. Maybe another inch of snow for the Upper Valley. We're thinking probably less than an inch for the Lower Valley, probably less than an inch for Sadish Pass off of U.S. 97. Then in the basin, not much close to the river, at least close to the Columbia River, but maybe another inch or two up towards Mesa, Connell, and Hanford. Then in the Blue Foothills, not much doing at all. And then for the Blue Mountains, this is where we're going to see some of our biggest impacts for I-84 and Oregon 204, where those roadways already closed down because of the snowfall. And I'll show you additional snowfall into Wednesday and Thursday, and that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Now it is tax season, and scammers know this is an excellent time of year to strike. So swindlers will pose as tax preparers and IRS agents to try and steal your refund and your identity. Consumer Reports explains just how the scams work, plus some filing advice whether you plan to hire a professional or do your own.
Uncle Sam certainly knows some of our private information when reporting how much you make, where you work, your bank account information, and let's not forget that almighty Social Security number. A lot is at risk.
So what we're finding in our scam tracker is that people are going online looking for a tax preparer, and people are telling them, hey, I'm a tax preparer, and they're losing their personal information.
The Better Business Bureau says do your homework if you plan to hire a pro.
It's always a good idea to use somebody locally that you can see in person. Check them out on the BBB website. Are they an accredited business? How long have they been in business? Do they have complaints? And if they do, were they resolved?
All tax pros have what's called a preparer tax identification number. Hire someone you can contact throughout the year, not just during tax season. If you're offered a refund the day you file, ask a lot of questions. It might be like a small loan with a big fee. Beware of IRS imposters. An IRS agent will not call, text, email, or contact you on social media out of the blue. They might call you about outstanding debts, but the first contact with you will always be by mail, not phone or email. Scammers will try to scare you with a fake IRS badge number and threaten arrest if you don't pay immediately. Don't buy it.
If you do owe taxes, you will get a letter with a unique ID, a number to call. There are some third parties that do collections on behalf of the IRS. Same thing, though. They won't call you right away.
Some scammers want to steal your identity to file your return and collect your refund.
Some people do get refunds in the thousands of dollars, so that's where this scam is so lucrative to the scammer, is that they're getting your money and you're not.
To avoid tax ID theft, file as soon as you can. This is Ashley Prieto.
And if you file your own, use a trusted software program with a secure internet connection and ensure that your computer has updated virus protection. If you have a simple return, you can file it for free on the IRS website, or you might be eligible to file for free on an IRS Free File tax preparation partner site like TurboTax. And generally, people who make $67,000 or less can get their taxes filed for free through the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program. And on that website, the IRS has a locator tool to help you find a clinic near you. And stay tuned, because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we've got your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning. And Josh is back with your full First Alert forecast. Keep it right here.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
This winter, escape to the mountains of Leavenworth with Beaver Valley Lodge, where fresh snow blankets the world and adventure is just outside your door. From skiing Plain Valley ski trails to peaceful snowshoe trails, the choices are endless. After a day in the snow, return to Beaver Valley Lodge to warm up by the fire, sip hot cocoa, and let your worries melt away. Book your winter getaway today at Beaver Valley Lodge, where you come as a guest and leave as a friend.
Phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected. Which is ironic, don't you think? We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu. We can't watch something without also watching something else. Ironic. But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Traffic jam. Ugh, and I'm already late.
Get 3.9% APR on a 2024 Cadillac Lyriq. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Kittitas Valley Healthcare is your trusted home for health, offering expert orthopedic care for your family. With over 55 years of combined experience, our team uses state-of-the-art equipment to improve surgical outcomes and provide compassionate, patient-centered care. We're committed to making your experience comfortable and efficient, so you can stay active and healthy. Learn more and schedule a consultation through our website at kvhealthcare.org. Your home for health.
I think this is my favorite. Okay. Huh. What do you think of this one?
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
A state park in winter. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Again, we are tracking just a whole lot of action on the radar for this morning. We'll go ahead and put it all into motion. So for today, snow will be likely throughout the day in the Blues and mainly before 2 p.m. in the Cascades. Showers are likely in the Blue Foothills before lunchtime, with the Kittitas Valley, Yakima Valley, and Lower Columbia Basin being mostly dry. However, we can't rule out periods of freezing rain or frozen precip for lower elevations, specifically before lunchtime. Then for tonight, snow will be likely in the Blues throughout the night, with similarities in the Cascades, especially for Snoqualmie Pass. Lower elevations will be mostly dry, although we can't rule out some brief periods of freezing rain in the Blue Foothills and Lower Columbia Basin. For tomorrow, a chance for snow showers will continue for the Cascades and Blues, albeit it'll be much drier compared to Monday. Lower elevations will be mostly dry, although a rain-snow mix is possible in the Lower Columbia Basin and Blue Foothills, mainly before 10 a.m. Then for tomorrow night, snow chances will start to ramp up again for the Cascades, while the Blues will just hold on to small chances of snow showers. Lower elevations will see chances of rain and snow picking up as well, and it looks as if the action will really start to pick up around and after midnight. So here's some of the snowfall totals we're thinking over the next 48 hours. Another 4 to 5 inches for Cascade passes, another 7 to 15 inches for I-84 and Oregon 204, which are both already shut down because of the snow. And then we can maybe pick up another inch of snow for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys, maybe another 1 to 2 inches of snow for the basin up towards Connell and Hanford. Okay, we'll have another storm system we're tracking in a Wednesday and Thursday, another one into Saturday and Sunday. It's too early to say anything about this Saturday or Sunday one, so we'll go ahead and focus in on this Wednesday and Thursday storm system. Probably less than an inch of additional snowfall for lower elevations, but maybe another 3 to 6 inches for some of our mountain passes. Those numbers are subject to change, and these numbers, this warms my soul, you know, literally and metaphorically, as high temperature is going to be about 10 degrees below average through Wednesday, more seasonal for Thursday and Friday. How about 5 to 10 degrees above average for Saturday and Sunday? We could flirt with 60 degrees in the Tri-Cities this weekend. That would be a very nice change of pace. Okay, here is the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Wintry mix is likely Monday and Wednesday. Shower chances and high temperatures picking up again this weekend. In Yakima, mostly dry today and tomorrow. Rain and snow likely Wednesday, then a chance of showers turning likely Saturday into Sunday. For Ellensburg, mostly dry to start this week. A wintry mix likely Wednesday, then about 50-50 shower chances this weekend. In Hermiston, freezing rain possible this morning. A rain-snow mix likely Wednesday, then rain chances and temperatures trend up again Saturday and Sunday. Then for Walla Walla, freezing rain likely this morning. Another active day slated for Wednesday, then maybe some more active weather this weekend. Now let's
Now, the morning sprint.
Time now for your morning sprint with everything you need to know as you head out the door, starting with your top 5 local stories. Ballots have been counted in the Benton County special election, and the proposition to fund the new Performing Arts Center is failing, with over 60% of the residents voting no. Proposition was a 0.2% sales tax increase to be authorized for 30 years, and this was to help with construction costs for the center. Now, according to the director of the Arts Center Task Force, they're using this loss as a learning opportunity to figure out some next steps, and they're aiming to let the community know more about the benefits of the center. A reminder, all election results will be officially certified on February 21st.
Now, both the Washington and Oregon Department of Agriculture are urging pet owners about the Wild Coast raw pet food. A public health notice has been issued after indoor cats in Multnomah County became sick from bird flu after it was discovered they had eaten the same brand of food. The boneless free-range chicken formula are affected with lot numbers of 22660 and 22664, and they have a best by date of December 2025. If you have this, throw it away, and if your animal is showing flu-like symptoms, contact your vet. A local hero is being honored for saving a life. Richland Fire and Emergency Services holding a ceremony for KPD officer Caleb Christensen. He responded to a call of a man not breathing last year and performed life-saving CPR for about 3 minutes until the fire department got there and took over. The two were able to see each other, all a part of that ceremony. And a free community event on how to keep your kids safe online is happening in Yakima. And this is to help parents, guardians, educators, and community members get a better idea of how technology can exploit young people and educate them on how to prevent this. This event is for adults only, and it takes place tonight at 6 p.m. at the Davis High School Auditorium.
Well, the annual Firefighters versus Police hockey game is this Saturday. Several different first responders agencies in the Tri-Cities area will be competing with each other, all for a good cause. Now, a lot of members from law enforcement agencies from all over the Tri-Cities will make up both the police team and the firefighter team. 15% of the profits will benefit the FOP Memorial Fund and Chaplain Services Network. The game is set to start just before the Tri-City Americans game. Tickets are a total of $20 for both games.
Now to your national headlines this morning. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu took the stand in his ongoing trial for alleged corruption today in Tel Aviv. He's the first sitting Israeli leader to take the stand as a criminal defendant. He also faces an international arrest warrant for alleged war crimes in Israel's war in Gaza. He'll answer to charges of fraud, breach of trust, and accepting bribes in 3 separate cases. He denies all wrongdoing and has rejected calls to step down. A verdict isn't expected until 2026 at the earliest, and Netanyahu will have the option to appeal to the Supreme Court. And an Arctic blast could bring potentially record-setting cold to the U.S. this week. Forecasters say wind chills could hit -50 near the Canadian border over the next couple of days and below zero in parts of Texas. They predict snow and wintry rain will push east from the plains tomorrow. This could hit areas still reeling from a deadly and historic weekend storm. Kentucky has the highest death toll from the weekend weather. Virginia, West Virginia, and Tennessee also are recovering from floods. And today the storm system is moving out, leaving behind inches or even feet of snow in the Northeast and parts of Canada.
In your business news this morning, Southwest Airlines has officially launched its Red-Eye service. It was first announced in July and landed its first regularly scheduled Red-Eye Friday morning. Overnight flights known as Red-Eyes typically fly from the West Coast to the East Coast due to the time zone differences. Right now, Southwest is offering 1 Red-Eye flight per day on 5 routes. It plans to up that to 33 per day this summer. And the FDA is recalling nearly 2.5 million cases of Made Good brand granola bars. They say there could be possible metal contamination. It's classified as a Class 2 recall. The company is voluntarily recalling the product, saying the metal could be from a small flat brush bristle used in the manufacturing process. Made Good said it will refund any product on the recall list.
In your health headlines, the Agriculture Department has issued a conditional license to a company to produce a bird flu vaccine for chickens. The vaccine maker is Zoetis. A company spokesman says its scientists began updating its existing avian flu vaccine several years ago, and workers have killed more than 150 million birds infected or exposed to the virus since the latest outbreak in 2022. This has led to higher prices for eggs and an egg shortage around the country. And Trump administration officials say they will present a plan to combat bird flu to the president. It's expected to address biosecurity issues and involves medication that would avoid killing chickens. The U.S. approach to bird flu has long been focused on eradication. However, that strategy may be shifting as the virus spreads to other types of animals and becomes harder to contain.
In your sports headlines this morning, President Trump took a victory lap at the Daytona 500. President got into his black limo, nicknamed the Beast, and took a lap with his motorcade following close behind. He also gave a short address to the people saying, "This is your favorite president," and told the audience they are great Americans. He also talked with some of the other drivers and the fans before leaving there on Air Force One. All right, it was another action-packed Saturday night of NBA All-Star Weekend with history being made, a slam dunk masterclass, and a controversial disqualification all taking place in San Francisco. Osceola Magic guard McClung made All-Star history by becoming the first person to win the slam dunk contest 3 years in a row. Not only did McClung secure the win, but he won the contest with a perfect score, receiving the maximum 50 points in each round on a night of flawless dunking.
Look at that dunk.
That's so much fun to watch. All right, 5:55, and this next story is bananas, and it was certainly a first for the New Hampshire Fish and Game Law Enforcement Division.
So after they responded to a local grocery store where an employee had called in about a surprise stowaway, it was a snake found hidden inside a box of bananas. No, that's enough for me, dog.
The snake was a 2-foot-long ornate cat-eye, a mildly venomous, only mildly venomous species.
What is mildly venomous?
That is native to Ecuador.
Oh my gosh, the New Hampshire Fish and Game Department wrote on Facebook that its conservation officers safely recovered the snake.
And they have since found him a new home with the Rainforest Reptile Shows. Okay, well that's cute, but you got to throw away the whole entire grocery store.
It is
at that point.
out. Burn it down.
Yeah.
You have to burn everything.
Exactly.
It's a hard
We're not
pass.
being dramatic.
No, not at all. Snakes, do you? They barely even make, I can barely speak when I talk about them.
But it's like in a controlled environment. Yeah.
And they're cool. They're cool as long as they're
there's
not
a guy
venomous
there.
Just
at all.
mildly venomous.
Even mildly venomous. I'm not sure about that.
Gracious.
Hard pass. All right, 5:56. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. A lot of Hanford employees were laid off last week after an order from the Trump administration for federal workers. However, now the administration could be reversing that decision.
We have that story coming up in your 6 o'clock hour, plus a look at Saturday Night Live's 50th anniversary show. That's coming up in your entertainment news. And Josh, what are you tracking?
Yeah, we have interstate closures this morning. We have other closures in the Blues, and we have more snowfall that's on the way. So I will tell you about all of that coming up at 6.